Lawrence Mansour as well. Today's topic is enhance your customer experience with Easy Ad. Thanks so much for joining. I know it's a crazy busy time out there right now for all of our hardware stores and lumber yards and pharmacies. So appreciate you joining. Really cool product. We're excited to introduce you guys to Easy Ad. Lawrence, I don't know if you want to give a real high level introduction to Easy Ad and kind of your background and how you got into this space.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Jeff, thank you so much for having me on this webcast. So my name is Lawrence Mansour. I'm the co-founder of Easy Ad. And actually, I grew up in the hardware retail business. My father owned 3 hardware stores growing up. Ever since I could remember, I mean, even when I was like 6 or 7 years old, my dad would be like, "What are you going to do on a Saturday? You're just going to sit home, play games all day. Come to the store, price, stock items." And so at a very early age, I had to know what a PVC was, P-trap, what's the difference between galvanized versus black. So there's a lot of different things that I had to learn being in the hardware space. And one of the things that really stayed with me is this level of knowledge that you really require in order to properly assist a customer in the hardware retail space, because people are coming into your store, they're coming in with problems and they're looking to you to be the solution. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on being an independent hardware retailer is the fact that we actually know our customers by name, is that we actually know our products and we provide that level of convenience. And so as I was growing up, I had a passion for technology. So the story behind Easy Ad is actually quite interesting. In 2012, I had another startup company that was dealing in digital signage. And my father came to me one day and he said, "Hey, what about if you took your digital signage platform, you put it in my store and you just advertised the products that I want to push? Because it's so hard, especially with some of these more technical products, on how do you educate the customer? Well, we have all these videos." So we actually set it up. And I remember the first test we ever did was a product called Hurricane Tape, which is a pretty strong tape. And it was really cool video where they're throwing dumbbells and, they were like stepping over it and they were trying to break this kind of bond that this tape had, and it didn't work. That's what the video shows. And it literally just flew off of his shelf. And so from that moment, we knew we had something. I always like to say that necessity is the mother of all inventions. And it was never our intention to grow Easy Ad to a business and have thousands of retailers that we have today. But it just really happened out of necessity, out of needing to educate and needing to promote these products. And pretty much the story goes that when we put it in his store, we put it in 3 of his locations. Other neighboring stores, hardware retailers had seen it and said, "Hey, can you put this in my store?" And we kind of grew from there. And then we got picked up by True Value. We got picked up by Ace. We got picked up by Do It Best, Oracle. And we pretty much had this strong footprint in the hardware space. In 2017, we started expanding. So we work with the APCI, American Pharmacy Cooperative. We're their main digital signage provider. I know there's some pharmacy retailers here on this call, so you'll see some of our products also deal with that. And so we've pretty much just expanded into different industries. We have over 5,000 retailers that use our platform. And in 2018, we went from just becoming a digital signage provider to having a whole marketing technology suite of different products. So that's kind of our background, Jeff.
I love it, man. I mean, I'll never forget meeting you at the True Value show in Denver, I think last fall, the reunion, and just invigorating stuff you guys are doing here. So appreciate the introduction, appreciate the background. Today, what we're going to teach you here, we'll at least walk you through the concepts here of Easy Ad. Really cool kind of technology that Lawrence has developed, and one of the slickest pieces of that is leveraging your real-time point of sale data. And so what that means, we'll kind of walk you through exactly kind of the nuances of what we've developed here together. But it was awesome being able to meet Lawrence less than a year ago, actually, and getting this as far as we have today. So really exciting stuff, and this is just really kind of a continuance of our spring 2019 release. This is included in the release that's in the midst of being rolled out right now. So it'll be in your stores here in the next few weeks, I imagine. And so from there, let's get started.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go through the introductions. We knocked that out, our integration with Easy Ad. Lawrence is going to show you a little bit about his mission and some testimonials from a Do a Best store. And then we're going to do a little demonstration with both the dashboard and the app, which is really, really cool to see that data kind of come front and center. And then we'll wrap up and do a little bit of Q&A as we usually do. So let's get started. Yeah. Again, Jeff Rogers, Paladin Data Corporation, Marketing, Sales, Partnerships Director. It's a pleasure to be working with Lawrence, Chief Executive of EasyAd. So our integration, again, kind of a theme that we've been pushing for a while here, at least the last six to 9 months, I'd say, is really putting data to work. And so that's something that we pride ourselves with here at Paladin. It's something that is really cool that we get the opportunity to partner with companies like EasyAd that have really specific niches that are really, really kind of experts in their fields of what they do. And so they leverage your point of sale data. They feature your unique content and your unique promotions in the digital monitors around your store, really kind of elevating that customer experience to really what kind of they're used to in outside of the independent hardware space. So really what this is about is trying to meet your customers kind of where they are, both whether it be in the mobile experience or also through dynamic in-store signage. Like I said, the mobile app, it's something both from a enhanced customer experience perspective and then also, in-store aisles, things like that. It's really cool that you can use the mobile app to check other retailers' prices, see how many you have in stock, et cetera, et cetera. And Lawrence, I'm not sure if there's the echo on your end there, but just a heads up. Okay. And the integration, it automatically updates your pricing in real time. So you go to Paladin, you update your prices. That's reflected right there in your dashboard on EasyAd, and you can push that out to any screen in your store. I won't get too much into the EasyAd portion of this. That's where Lawrence comes in as the expert. But really exciting stuff that they're able to do, again, with our point of sale data around your store, and then also through a mobile perspective. You want to add anything to that, Lawrence?
Nope, said it perfectly.
No. All right. Well, moving into the mission here. Lawrence, I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, absolutely. So our mission is very simple. It's to build an all-in-one marketing technology suite that allows retailers to compete in the new era of retail. So let's start with some key things about that. So the new era of retail, as all of us are aware, I mean, our world is changing faster than we can even catch up to it. And now in this new modern age with millennials and the next generation coming up, it's very important that you appeal in a technological manner. If you've seen the explosion, obviously everyone's seen the explosion of Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook. And so there's almost kind of this expectation, I like to say, that consumers have when they walk into your store. I remember when we first put the digital signage system, there were customers that were walking into the store and they were saying, wow, like Walmart doesn't even have this, Costco doesn't even have this. We had TVs all over the place. You know, it was almost looking like Las Vegas in a way, but it really created that memorable experience. And memorable experience is what really brings in this kind of habitual behavior to want to buy from you, want to trust you, want to come in and shop more at your store. So how do you create that memorable experience? How do you allow the customer that by the time they leave your store, there's something resonating in their mind that they actually remember your store, they want to come back to your store, they want to spend more money in your store, and they feel more educated, more empowered by the time they walk into your store. So that's really the overall crust of EasyAd. Like I said before, we started with digital signage, but we saw a lot of different technology that, in my opinion, was just not done right. And so we really wanted to expand our product offering. And we've done that, and we've been very successful at all the different types of products. And the other key thing that I want you guys to pay attention to the mission, because this mission means so much to me, and I have so much passion when me and my team build these products. The word all-in-one is so important. I always like to say, like, if you're using 10 different vendors for 10 different things and they don't integrate with each other, you're going to be doing a lot more work than you need to do. So how do you get a platform that is all in one, all encompassing? And Paladin has done an amazing job. We build all types of technology. We don't want to go into the POS space because we have a great company like Paladin as a partner. Compared to the other POS systems, I really love them. They do amazing integration. You guys are in good hands. And we have a two-way exchange data with them, which is awesome. So we can both pretty much import in your pricing, inventory, and sales metrics, which I'm going to get to why that is so important and how automated the system gets in. And then with some of our upcoming products like the kiosk tablet and stuff, you can actually push orders back to your Paladin system. So our mission is just this all-in-one encompassing, and how do we get you to this new level of retail for you to be able to push more products and create more memorable experiences.
And I got to say, Lawrence, one of the things that was so kind of natural for us in partnering together was, speaking of missions and things like that, we really pride ourselves here at Paladin about being intuitive, about being easy to use, about being simple. And that's something that especially once we started working together, seeing how intuitive and easy the dashboard is on the back end to really kind of maneuver your campaigns and your pricing and what you're trying to manipulate on the screens is incredibly intuitive. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you could have done a better job at making that kind of easy for our teams and our clients to use.
Thank you. Thank you. One of our, everybody knows the saying, if a caveman can do it, you can do it. This is pretty much the same idea here. It's like when we build these products, I always used to use my grandpa as a test example. It's like if he can actually navigate through the site and add the content, then anybody can add the content. So thank you, Grandpa, for being such a great tester on the product.
He was your beta client, huh?
He was my beta.
All right, cool. I want to do a little bit of we'll move into the do it best testimonial I have here, just to kind of put it into perspective for really what EasyAd does for stores.
So this is a testimonial from one of our, I have thousands that I can use, but Samantha Post is a great supporter of the program. And she has done really cool things with our platform. That's why I really want to put a testimonial here. And she literally went from using Photoshop and Illustrator to literally just using our platform because it was like really straight to the point, and it had the integration in terms of importing product that you guys are going to see in a second. A little bit about our success story. So this one was in particular about Do It Best, but we have over 5,000 stores, like I mentioned before. And so there's about 4 million products that have been deployed, about 1.8 million products that have been loaded onto EasyAd. So we have a huge database. If you can go on actually to the next slide. Can I actually share the screen real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just share my screen. Let's get right into the platform. I'm excited to show you guys.
All right, you are up.
Okay. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Let me know, Jeff, you can see my screen.
You are good to go.
Okay, awesome. So what you guys are seeing here is our digital signage component live in a store. So you can see here that pretty much the way this works is that any retailer buys whatever flat screen TV, just get the cheapest one, like we always say. And in the back of this unit is this EasyAd media player. So it's pretty much like an Apple TV box or Roku. It's extremely easy to install. You just literally plug it in, HDMI, power, connect to your Wi-Fi. You can do it by Ethernet as well. And that's literally what powers your entire digital signage platform. So as you can see here, each screen has its own loop. That is so important. That was one of the design mechanisms that we built in, because as you can see here, I'm trying to sell an ice melter here. However, in another aisle, I'm trying to push completely different products. So each media box has its brain of its own. It has its own list and its own loop, meaning that if I'm in seasonal, I can just promote seasonal items. If I'm in paint, I can just promote paint items. That's one huge advantage.
That's really, Lawrence, that's really when it hit me, was when I was in the paint aisle, and trust me, I'm not as handy as I should be, but You know, being able to watch a DIY video about how to get that base coat down and then get the finish and all that right there on the screen with a DIY video and a promotional video was really cool. And then, oh, by the way, follow it up with what the promotion is for the paint of the day was pretty powerful.
Exactly, exactly. I'm actually going to walk through the platform and then we'll talk about our other products. So pretty much how it works, like I mentioned, is we ship you out the media player. You just install the media player, pretty easy. And then we would give you a login, username, and password. So I'm going to actually show you our dashboard page. So when you log in, depending on which company you're assigned with, you can also be an independent retailer as well. So we have different variations, but we do get content from all of the different co-ops. So that's True Value, Ace, Do It Best, Oracle, and then like I mentioned in the pharmacy, we also get it from APCI, American Pharmacy, Cooperative, and we do have over 2,000 vendors that share video and data with us. But on the dashboard, it's really cool because right away it'll show you some of the newest ads that you can put on your screen. And so I'm going to go to the screens page. So right here on the left-hand side is where all your feature sets are. Everything's easy. It's right in your face. You can't really miss it. What you're seeing here shows like I have 12 TVs. So imagine this is a real account and you have 12 individual TV screens. Now, each TV is playing its own loop of different content and different ads. So for example, on this screen right now, I have 18 ads that are playing. And I can very easily come in here. I can rearrange my ads. I can delete ads if I don't want a specific ad to be on the screen. I can easily delete it. So it's really, really easy to manage that content. Now, how do you put the content on there? All of this installation is easy, but the hardest part we've always seen is how do you get good, valuable content on your TV screens? And like they say, content is king. So we made that incredibly easy with EasyAd with a couple of different features. So what I'm going to first show you is our YouTube loader. Now, just like the name suggests, you can load any video from YouTube. So if I come in here and let's say I want to promote a DeWalt drill, I'm just giving you an example of that. So I can literally just take this video, I can copy the URL, come here, just paste it in and automatically grabs the video. And then here you can see the breakdown of my screen. So this is what I was telling you before about segmenting it, depending on if I want to put it on aisle 9 or by my cashier or so forth, I can segment that. I can also add a start date and an end date. So if I want this to end July 31st, it will automatically get taken off at July 31st. I can also edit the video. So if I want to edit the video, I'll click start editing and I can actually trim the video. This is great for sometimes when there's unnecessary content in a video that you find from YouTube, but you like the video. So you can easily come in here, scroll and trim to the desired selection. And then I'll just click trim and use video. And that's automatically going to import that video. It's going to actually compress and normalize the audio in the video. One of the things that we hear from people doing digital signage themselves is that the audio levels are all mixed. But the one great thing about EasyAd is that we actually normalize everything. So all your audio levels stay in tune. So you don't get high and low every time you switch to new videos. So that's a YouTube feature. Very, very simple to use. Very, very easy to use. Next, I'm going to move on to our gallery section. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you don't want to go and look for videos on YouTube. Well, we have a vendor gallery of over 150,000 videos. And this is broken down by brand. It's broken down by department. Now, depending on what type of store you are, the customer experience is different. So if I came in as a pharmacy, I would see more pharmaceutical brands on there. If I'm coming in from hardware, I would see hardware brands, and we also do sporting goods. So depending on what type of industry you're coming in, we have different content that we can load in. So for example, here, if I have 3M and I want to show a video from 3M, I can filter to 3M, 365 videos from 3M, click add, watch the video, and then it's the same ordeal. Just select the screens you want, put the start date, end date, and you can also add to Facebook and Twitter, which I'm going to get to in a moment. But we do make that an easy step for you to get to. So that's our vendor gallery. Next, we're going to be talking about the customized monthly content. So integration, like I said, all in one is part of our mission statement. And not only do we integrate with the POS, but we integrate with the different cooperatives and wholesalers. So in this example, I'm showing True Value, but we do the same thing with all of them. As you can see here, you have the monthly videos, you have the monthly ad slicks. So for example, if I'm preparing, I'm just saying for my August ads. So here are True Value's August bargains of the month. Their ads. We do the same thing with Ace, Red Hot Buys, Price Busters, and so forth. And if I want to add this to my screen, you guessed it, just click add to screen, select your screen, put your start date, end date. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you're not selling this for $9.99. Well, I want to change the price. Look how easy it is to change the price. I click customize template, and it's going to load what I like to call our mini Photoshop, or if you want to think of like Microsoft Paint, kind of the same kind of idea. You have a big canvas that you can move around stuff. So if I don't want to sell this for $9.99 and I want to get a little bit more of a margin there, let's make a little bit more margin off this item. I can easily make that $12.99. You know what? I want that price to stand out, so I'm going to make it a blue color. I'm even going to come in here and change the font. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And as you can see here, I can customize whatever I want. If I want to brand this to my store, yeah, it's so easy. I can actually delete the logo out. I can go into images, and I can import. I have my gallery right here on the left, so I'll come here, use a different banner if I want. I can literally load that in. So it's so easy to use. And then again, just like how you saw with the YouTube loader and the ad gallery, I just click save, and that'll allow me to add it on my screen. I can also print, which I'm going to get to. It's one of our future features that we built in 2018, highly used feature. I'll get to that in a moment. But as you can see, this thing is incredibly simple to use. Now, let's make the assumption that I don't want, or that I'm an independent retailer and I don't want to use anybody else's ads. I want to create my own ads from scratch using my SKUs. So this is where the cool Paladin integration comes in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here on the left-hand side and I'm going to click on templates. Now, we have professional designers. Once a week, we're uploading new templates. So as you can see here, we have all of our new templates. So 4th of July was just passed, but you can see here we still have the 4th of July ads on here. You get into the Labor Day ads. So we do keep this very current. And there's different types of templates you can choose from depending on the content that you are trying to make. So what are the different content you have? You have message templates. So let's say you just want to put a banner and say like 25% off, all of the fireworks or whatever you want to advertise. So we call those messages. We also have product templates, and that's where the Paladin integration comes into handy, and that's where I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to click on this template right here, and if you integrate with Paladin, like I said before, we would import your entire inventory list, your pricing, and what that does, I'm going to show you here in a moment, is if you see here it says click to set SKU. So if I come in here and I enter in any SKU from my POS system and I click replace, it will automatically bring in that product details right from my POS system, and it'll actually inject my pricing into that. And as you can see, voila, I got my whole thing. I love it. So that's my POS pricing. Now, you probably are going to say to yourself, well, I don't have an image in my POS system. Not to worry, we got you covered, my friend. We have, like I mentioned before, over 8 million products. So we have an insane database. As long as your product in your POS system has a UPC on there, we can actually match it to our database. So we have images, we have titles, we have descriptions, we have all of that. So you don't have to worry about anything. Pretty much what you just have to worry about is making sure that you have your Paladin integration into EasyAd. So again, like I showed you guys before, if I want to change the content on here, I can easily change that. Very, very easy. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you're advertising a product that doesn't have a UPC. I'm just giving you an example, or something you want to promote a section or anything. So let's just say I want to do gardening tools. Okay, so I can actually do this. I can go on Google, and let's just say, for example, I want to take this image right now and I want to put it on my template. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually go on here. Let's say copy image address. Okay. And I'm going to go back to my template editor. I'm going to click on this image right here. and I'm going to click on URL. I'm going to paste this in, click set image. It's going to automatically import that entire image right from Google. And look how smart our system is, that when we were viewing this image, it actually had a white background, right? But our system is so smart that it actually removes the white background automatically. So I can come in here, I have transparency now in my image, and of course I can arrange this as I please. And you could see just how easy you guys can create your own types of ads. And so now I'll click save. And like I showed you guys before, I can easily put that on my Easy Ad screen. So I'm going to just select the screens that I want, click add to screen, and I'm done. It's really that easy. That's why we call it Easy Ad.
That's so cool.
Yep. So now let's talk about a little bit about different features besides the digital signage. So as I mentioned before, we started with digital signage. Next, I'm going to show you the social media manager. We actually have a video about this as well. So we do provide videos on all of our different features. I should show you right here from live. So what the social media manager is pretty much what people wanted to do is they came to us and they said, hey, you have an amazing digital signage platform. I want to be able to manage my Facebook as well. So he said, okay, cool. We will create a Facebook manager. And the way this works, you can do this on Facebook, you can do this on Twitter, and very soon you'll be able to do this on Instagram. Hold on one second. I got this audio playing on my background. Okay. So I can just one time set up my Facebook account. And when I set it up the first time, the way that it'll work, I'm going to actually load up this video for you real quick so you can see it. The way this works is that it works like a loop. So this is my loop of ads. So you can see here I have this DeWalt I'm advertising in the 4th of July sale. I'm doing, different types of ads. And I say to the system, every one day post one ad at 3 p.m. And the system will automatically import that content into my Facebook or my Twitter account. At the same time, if I want to create a post, I can use a YouTube video. I can enter in a SKU. So here's the different options. I can enter a SKU. I can also take the ads that I created. So just like I created that 4th of July ad, I can select on library and easily import that ad, and it will automatically post to my Facebook. And this was a crucial feature because the issue that we saw with Facebook is that, a lot of these, a lot of our members, including my father's store, is, this is a independent store. This is ran by a small team of people, and they don't have the budget of hiring a social media manager. And
Exactly.
The biggest thing that we saw is that a lot of times they were giving it to, let's say, a cashier or a manager. And what would happen is those people would kind of take care of the social media account for, like, let's say, a month. And then it would just they would get busy and you would just see they would stop. And then you don't have any content going on your Facebook. So by creating a loop, you're always making sure that there's some content that is being posted on your Facebook or your Twitter. And that's really what this is all about, is just making sure that you're relevant, making sure that your followers are seeing this kind of content, and they're seeing you alive, that you're not a store that just all of a sudden falls off the face of the map. Because again, like our mission statement says, is that we want to make you, prepared in this new era of retail. And definitely social media marketing is a huge component of the new era of retail. So that's our social media.
And this is in line, Lawrence, this is again in line with kind of the initial mission of what this is about, which is meeting your customers where they're comfortable in the environments that they're in, right? And so whether it's, the convention of, through dynamic signage, or whether it's on a social media platform, again, this is kind of a one-stop shop of, enhancing and elevating what your current marketing is, if you are doing any marketing, and really enhancing that to meet your customers where they are and draw them into the store. And once they're into the store, then aligning that message and hitting them with integrated marketing, both from the brands or from the other things that you're doing outside.
Absolutely. Very well said, Jeff. So yes, it's definitely getting that traffic in the door, and then just continuing, like you said, that the memorable experience, like I always like to say. So that's our social media manager. Next, I'm going to move on to our print signs. So just like the social media manager was born out of necessity, the print sign feature was also born out of necessity. Everybody needs to make signs. You don't have millions of dollars to throw at just putting TVs all across your store. So you're obviously going to want to print some signs out. So the print sign, we actually have it with price comparisons. Really cool. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But the way this works is that you can do a full page ad. You can do 2 per page, 4 per page, and 6 per page. And again, if you have the Paladin integration, all you do is you just enter in any SKU from your POS system. I'm going to go ahead and select full page right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to automatically get that detail like you saw before, but it's going to do one extra step. It's going to actually look at the competition. And so as you can see here, I'm actually going to change this price. It'll show you a little bit better of an example. So on my first attempt, it saw that Ace online was also selling this for $21.99. So I threw Ace on there. Now, I changed the price to $14.99. I'm beating my competition. You can see all my competition is right underneath there. So imagine how cool this is, right? That a customer walks in your store. Most customers, when they're walking into an independent hardware store, they're thinking, oh, well, Home Depot is probably cheaper. Lowe's is probably cheaper. Walmart's probably cheaper. They do loss leaders. They're not always cheaper. There's actually a lot of products that you're actually cheaper than the big boxes. So, but they have this kind of misconceived notion that a small retailer, just because of their size, they're automatically going to be more expensive. Well, we're trying to break that stereotype. How do you break that stereotype? Imagine putting 20, 50, 100 signs across your store. And each sign that they're looking at, they're seeing your price compared to another retailer's price. By the time they walk out of your store, they're no longer going to be thinking that you're more expensive than the competition, because you can see here $14.99. You got Home Depot at $20.57. You have Ace at $21.99. You have Amazon at $18.99. You have Lowe's at $16. So you can already see how that's kind of breaking that notion. It's automatically doing it for you. Imagine the time, and there's a lot of retailers that go through going on different sites and pulling these prices and putting them on there, but we do that automatically for you. The next important thing is that these prices, what we pretty much do is we have about 40 different servers in different regions. So we are getting your regional pricing. These are pricing where if they walked into that Home Depot, they would see it for that price. And all these retailers have these prices online, so we're able to easily grab those, put them in our database that I said of over 8 million products, and put them here on your print side. So how amazing is that? You have pretty much a powerful tool right at your fingertips. So what I'm going to do here. Yeah.
And Lawrence, if I may, I mean, this is, again, leapfrogging the customer's expectation at this point. They're going to get their phone out and they're going to search this anyway. You might as well just get ahead of it and show the transparency of the pricing and how you relate to other competitors in your region. And that's so cool how you guys were able to get the regional pricing in there. So it's actually really kind of hyper local for that area. But again, this is, I think, a great segue into how the power of that mobile app also works as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So last thing, so if now I want to print a sign, I can click print. By the way, just like I showed you on the template builder, you can customize your templates. So if I wanted to create my own template with my own logo, I can actually, you can see here. So I had a template here that I created before, and it uses that template and it automatically injects that SKU. So I can put my own logo, my own titles, and I can reuse that sign. So a lot of times we see people do it by department. So if you have like a custom department sign, let's say for your plumbing or for your seasonal items, you can make a template, and then all you got to do is just replace the SKU over and over again, and you can automatically do that. You can also import an Excel file. So if you're an Excel file, you can drag and drop. You literally do thousands of signs by just dragging and dropping. It'll automatically generate those signs. Once you're done, you just click print. Use any type of printer. You can also do cardstock, regular paper. It'll tell you how to put the layout. So make sure you shut off the margins, and you can print that out just extremely easy. So that's the print sign feature. Yeah, thank you. And next, I'm going to show you one of our newest. So in 2018, end of 2018, we rolled out with our own mobile app. It's called the Easy Ad mobile app, and it's kind of my gift to you guys here on the webinar. So if you go on the Apple Store right now or the Google Play Store, pull out your phones right now and type in Easy Ad. You can just do Easy Ad right here. And what you're going to find right here is the Easy Ad app barcode scanner, okay? So you can download this app. It's free to use. You do get 50 scans to try out the system. And if you're interested in it, you can upgrade to our full suite. What is the EasyAd mobile app? Well, it's honestly exploded. We launched it, I want to say, yeah, it was about October or November of 2018. And we just passed our 2 million scans on the platform. So so many people use this thing like every day. So what is it? Well, if I log in, it does two major things. One of the major things that it's used for is price comparison. It's also made to manage your EasyAd screen. So everything that I showed you here on the website, you can also do on your phone. So I can say manage my EasyAd screens. It'll pull up my screens. I can maneuver my different playlists, my different content right on here very easily. I can also browse through different content from different vendors, just like I showed you from our ad gallery. So the website is pretty much on your mobile phone, which is awesome. But my favorite feature is our built-in price comparison and scanner. So the way this works is, if you look right here, I have scan a product. So I'll click on the scan a product. Now I don't have a UPC that I can scan, but you can pretty much scan any product. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our products page. Every time you scan a product, this is where it's actually saved. So you can see here my past scan. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find, let's just say, for example, let's say I do this DAP caulking right here. So I click on this, and this is also where the Paladin integration really shines. There's a lot going on this first page. What you can see here right on top is I have my POS pricing. So this will be your pricing straight from Paladin. I have my inventory on hand right from Paladin, right on my mobile app. I can also see my cost, what I've sold, the history of that product automatically right on the EasyAd mobile app. How awesome is that? What I sold every year, what I sold by month, what I sold by week, and even what I sold by day. How cool is that? And the price comparison feature. So as you can see here, this is going to show you all your prices. So on the print sign, it was just showing you the more expensive prices, but this is more of an app for you. So I can see here that I'm selling this for $249. Lowe's is selling this for $238. True Value is $249. Ace is $299. Do Best is $177. If they have local pricing, so if the local pricing is different than the online pricing, you can see here with Home Depot and Walmart, they're advertising it online for $238, but the bottom value is their actual local pricing. And you can see Target's pricing there as well. You can also see similar products. So you can see other products that Home Depot is selling that is similar to that. How awesome is that? So you can get an idea of other types of products that you can be carrying. The next thing you can do is view add-on products. So this is very similar to what you see on Amazon when it says customers have also purchased X, Y, and Z. So now it's going to load on the add-on products.
So in this use case, Lawrence, you're more shifting to kind of the in-aisle experience for a customer. So if a representative is helping a customer in aisle, you can not only look at prices in the area from competitors, you can see how many you have on stock, so you know for sure exactly how many you have, and then by the way, use the mobile app for additional functionality.
Yeah. So here you can see other items. And the crazy thing is, because we collect so much different data, we're able to see what customers buy with these different items. So as you can see here, and it's kind of self-explanatory. If I have, let's say Alex Plus acrylic latex caulk, probably need a caulking gun. I'm going to probably use a foam sealant, or a wall bar joint compound. So these are very relevant items. And you see here that IOH says inventory on hand. So it's not giving you suggestions on products that you don't have. It's actually giving you suggestions on products that you actually have in the store. So this is actually relating to your store. That's why it's so important for you to do your Paladin integration. At the same time, we have the videos, which is awesome. So just like I showed you the vendor videos, it'll load up videos that relate to these products. My internet's a little bit slow here, so it's taking a little bit of time, but you can see some of these are informational videos. Some of them are how-to. So this is coming directly from DAP, how to do proper caulking in kitchen and bath, because obviously this is a kitchen and bath caulking. And one of the cool things that we have is, I like to say, this kind of level of convenience. How do you become very convenient to your customer? Well, how about this? let's say you're walking in, you're a customer, and you say, well, Lawrence, how do you use this product? Well, let me show you this video. So I pull out my phone, I can show you this video, and I say to you, hey, Jeff, why don't I just send you this video? So I can either collect the email of the customer or the phone number. I'm going to actually go ahead. Actually, I won't do it for this demo, but I can enter in a person's phone number and they would actually get a text message of that video from your store. So again, creating that memorable experience, that's amazing, because a lot of the times you're going to explain something to a customer, but how awesome is it if they can just watch the video at home to really find out how to use that product? This is one of the great things that the mobile app provides and why it's so used by so many retailers. At the same time, I can add to my Easy Add screen. So if I click add to screen, I can directly add it to any of my Easy Add screens very easily. And the last thing I'm going to show you guys on the mobile app is the signs. So just like I showed you the print signs here, you can also do the print signs on the mobile app. And it's literally a one-click type of feature. I'm going to click on the template that I want. It's going to use my Paladin pricing. And voila, just like that, it creates me my sign. And I can come in here if I'd like, and if I want to change the price, you can update it. We're also going to be coming up with a feature that you can actually update prices and inventory quantity levels right on Paladin. So that's where I was talking about that two-way push that Paladin is so awesome at doing with the full integration. So right from the mobile app, you'll be able to push and update either your pricing, your inventory. You can actually add promo, pricing, and sales right from the mobile app. How cool is that?
And again, everybody, think about this from kind of an integrated marketing perspective. So you have all the social media out in the wild. You know, customers are seeing that. They're coming into the store. They're seeing the same prices. They're seeing the same promotions. They're seeing the same things. And then, oh, hey, by the way, in aisle, we catch their eye. They got the product in their hand. And now we get to add on to those items per transaction. So I think, you know, as we start to look at this kind of as a marketing funnel, if you will, we're really starting to exceed that customer's expectation, especially being an independent hardware or pharmacy, and being able to provide them with this type of customer experience is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to work with you guys on this integration. And the last thing I'm going to show you guys for today is a feature still in beta, but it's an awesome feature, and it's definitely the future. It is our artificial intelligence analysis. So artificial intelligence, you hear so much about it in the news. Lawrence, what are you doing with AI and POS data? Well, I'm going to show you guys right now. So like I mentioned, this feature is in beta. We are currently expanding this feature set, but what you can see here is a real business that is integrated with Paladin. And as I mentioned before, when you do the integration, it'll import your pricing, inventory, and sales transaction history. So what I'm looking at right now is June 9th to July 9th, my top 250 bestsellers in my store. Now, I don't have to do my best sellers. There's actually a quick filter, so I can do dead items, I can do seasonal items, I can do promo products, I can create my own custom filters on what I want to view. And the reason, before I actually go into more detail about this feature, the reason why we built this is in our kind of journey of building out Easy Ad, you know, like I mentioned before, this was out of necessity, and then we saw that you needed an easy way to create content. Well, after we made it really easy to create content, the next major concern we got from retailers was, well, you gave me all these tools to make my content, but I don't even really know what I want to promote. You know, like I don't even know where I want to start. And it's a kind of basic question, which actually has a lot of merit to it, because, you know, in any kind of retail environment, you have thousands and thousands of products on the shelf, and, you know, you're not a computer where you know all of your sales data. So how can we show you an analytical software that almost predicts what you should be selling? So right here, you have your top 250 best sellers. And just like the mobile app, I have all of the different cool features on there. So if I want to compare prices of this Gorilla tape, I can click compare prices. It's going to go through, scan all of the competitors' pricing right there. I can see all of the videos right there. I can even view similar products. So depending on who you're buying from. So here I have Do It Best integration. So it'll show you other Do It Best products, or if you're True Value or Ace or any other wholesaler, it'll show you other products that are similar to this. And of course, you can create a sign very easily right on here. At the same time, The artificial intelligent agent, the software, the algorithm that we're building, this is kind of phase one. Phase two is that it actually looks at your transaction history. So let's go back in time. Let's take a time machine and say, what did we sell July of 2018? I'm going to click on July 2018, and one of the most important elements is the weather. It's a huge driving factor to sales and retail. There's a lot of research being done on it. So you can see here, it actually gives me a breakdown on what was the weather like last July, so I can get an idea of, I kind of compare the weather and see what I'm selling. And so this is kind of showing me my different products. I can break it down by the departments. And again, these departments are out of your POS system. So right now I'm showing a hardware component, but again, if I was showing pharmacy or sporting goods or any other kind of industry, it'll actually customize. So you'll see your departments from your POS system. And now I get a better idea on what I should be marketing out. It also shows you what you sold. So if you see here, I had a Fluid Master Universal Fill Valve. I sold 16. I have 9 in stock right now. Now, if your quantity is going down, so you see here, the quantity sold is 95. I have 22 in stock. It's actually getting this as saying that you should probably think of restocking this soon if you see this red, because based on the AI, you're probably going to sell out this month on this item. So that's an awesome feature that we're building out. We're also going to be building out a ordering system out of this. We've been talking to many different companies, and Paladin is very cooperative in building this so that you can actually place orders directly with your wholesaler right from this platform, which is awesome because a lot of times, you might be carrying a particular product, but there might be other products in your warehouse that actually have better margins, and I always like to give the example that, like, if we go back to the DAP caulking, you have GE DAP caulking, you have Red Devil, you have DAP, you have Alex Plus, and they all pretty much do the same thing. To the retailer, it's just, kitchen and bath white caulking. But this one might have better margins. So why are you taking a hit on the margins when you can just carry a better margin product and make more money at the end of the day? I mean, it's the whole point of being in business, right? So this tool is going to allow you to do that. At the same time, it's going to allow you to break down your metrics in terms of sales. So you can see where you stack up in sales. You can see by day where you're at. It's going to give you a day-to-day comparison. You could do by the day. You can also do the week of the day. So I can say the first Tuesday of July. It'll also give me a comparison on my metrics. So I can see, as you can see on this business, seems like their June and their May numbers were pretty much up. Their April seems like a growing business. Maybe February didn't do so well because of the weather. But the AI is constantly learning from your data, and it's going to pretty much our level 3 AI that we end up building out. It's probably going to be launched, I would say, end of this year, beginning of next year. Is literally, it's going to look at all your metrics and it's going to create your monthly ads for you, and you're just going to go in there and say approve, disprove, but pretty much the AI is going to be doing everything for you. So you can't get better than that. In the new
and
era.
And again, guys, this is a great example of just putting data to work. We got a ton of data that we have here. It's a matter of really, making sure that we're ingesting it and presenting it in a way that you guys can make really just better business decisions based on the information that you have that, you haven't been able to develop those insights because you haven't had the tools available previously. And that's really what Lawrence and I are trying to help the industry do, is really just understand the data at our fingertips and make sense of it.
Absolutely.
So cool. Lawrence, thanks so much for the demonstration. That was awesome. I'm sure we got some heads spinning out there. So I want to open it up to some questions. And of course, if you guys want to reach out to us afterwards, by all means, we'll make ourselves available to answer any questions here. So let me see. I'm going to show my screen. We'll get back to our presentation. Lawrence, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. So again, Q&A. Any questions out there? I'll go back to the question module here. Not too many that are too specific, excuse me. I want to cover pricing, Lawrence. It seems super cool, super powerful. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, there we go. Pricing comes right in from Curtis. What are we talking about for pricing?
So it's a very straightforward pricing. You can actually go right on our website. The way it works is that if you do the digital signage aspect, which is the most popular, it's $150 per unit. We do give you discounts as you scale up. And then there's two plans. Let me actually log out here so you guys can see this. There's two plans. It's a $55 a month or $75 a month per unit. However, we do give discounts as you scale. So to give you an example, our most popular feature is you can get 3 Easy Ad media players. Instead of paying, let's say 3 times 55, you only pay for 2 of the units indefinitely. So for 3 units, you would be paying $110 a month on the silver plan and then $150 a month on the gold plan. Now, what's the difference between the plans? The silver plan is pretty much your digital signage. So like I mentioned, your YouTube loader, you have the template builder, the ad gallery. On the gold feature, you're going to get the social media manager. You're going to get the print sign feature. You get unlimited mobile app access. So with the silver feature, you get 1 mobile app user. On the gold, you get 7 users. So if you want to share the app with your employees, I actually forgot to mention this, but if I'm a manager on my mobile app, I can actually invite team members and I can actually set permissions so I can actually share the app with my employees, and then I can limit their permissions. So if I don't want them to see cost or the margin and stuff like that, you can actually lock them out of that very easily by just clicking. So that's the gold. The gold also gets you the AI price comparison as well. So that's where I was showing you with the artificial intelligence. Most people go with the gold plan. The cool thing about the gold plan as well is that every feature that we come up with is pretty much included as part of this platform, which is really cool. I want to say every feature with the exception of e-commerce. We do also have a e-commerce platform. I won't get into that in this presentation, but if you're interested in e-commerce, let us know. It's an amazing integration with Paladin as well. It just came out literally last month. But pretty much that's the difference between the silver and gold plan. There's no contract, no commitment, no hidden fees. You can cancel at any time. Cancellation rate is very low, but if you do need to cancel for any reason, we don't bind you to that. We're a very honest company. We're very flexible. We have customer support right here in Los Angeles, California. One of the cool things that we do that nobody else does is we have a live support. So if you ever get stuck on anything, there is a real human being sitting in our office right here in sunny Los Angeles, California. They'll actually chat with you. They'll help you out with everything. If you prefer to use the phone, you can actually contact us. We also have tutorial videos. So if you ever get lost on anything, we have tutorial videos, and some of these videos I'm actually showcasing. So if you miss me, you can just watch the videos right there.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, so guys, moral of the story, extremely affordable, especially for the power that that's going to be at your fingertips once you get on here. And again, I personally went down to our La Pine Ace hardware store here in Central Oregon and had the opportunity to do the kind of beta install, and I got to tell you, it was extremely straightforward. So implementation super easy. The getting the data to connect is extremely seamless. And we can get you guys going as soon as we can get the devices out to you. So, so Lawrence, I'm not seeing any other questions here. I want to be conscious of time. We're running up here close to an hour. So thank you again. This was a ton of fun. I'm really glad that we got to show off another really cool integration here included in our spring 2019 release. Again, as always, continued education. You can always go to our help portal. We got a ton of webinars and things like that included in there. Our spring 2019 release is up there, so you can review the current build that's going out to your stores here. And then ultimately, easyadtv.com/Paladin. That's your landing page for getting going. And were we able to get a free trial going, Lawrence?
Yeah, absolutely. And also don't forget that mobile app. If you click on that link and you download on the mobile app, you will get it, the free trial, like Jeff was saying. The mobile app, there's nothing else that you take from this presentation. Definitely download that mobile app, because once you start using it, it's just awesome. The information is right at your fingertips, and it's something that you'll be using, honestly, like pretty much every day. So.
It's really cool. All right, guys. As always, this is recorded, so if you missed anything, you want to go back and check it out. The slides will be up. We'll also have the live recorded webinar. So, with that said, Lawrence, thank you very much. Appreciate the time, and we'll have more for you here in the coming weeks.
Cool. Thank you, Jeff. We'll talk.
All right, guys. Cheers.